Welcome back to a series so electric. Even Benjamin Franklin subscribed. In today's video, Hassan is having an unhinged meltdown, saying he's going to quit streaming and go offline. He's blaming woke leftists for canceling him for zapping his dog. Asmongold has responded, absolutely loving this. Hassan has been confronted in an interview with TMZ where he says every single one of his excuses. He's somehow found a way to play victim after he mistreated his dog. Hassan is now trying to appeal to women, trying to gain their sympathy in the controversy. Ethan has apparently exposed Valkyrie's relationship with Hassan. Twitch is now participating in the cover-up, deleting comments. The FaZe guys are testing shock collars and are shocked at how much it hurts even at low settings. Ludwig is confused why people are hating on him. Idiot streamers are giving their horrible takes. Subscribe for the best cinema you will ever see. Everybody's a fan, I'm telling ya.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin. Alrighty, last time on Dragon Ball Z. So Hassan summoned Zeus on his dog.
Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
Right, so let's go down the updated excuse list. Her dew claw got stuck. I was reaching for a Zin, not a remote. It's a vibration-only collar, not a shock collar. Wait, actually, it's far-right and Israel propaganda. Okay, actually, shock collars are a good thing, but I only used it on myself. Okay, wait, it's actually a dog gate button. Okay, it's actually a shock collar, guys, but I, as a multi-millionaire, DIY removed it and put tape on it in order to only use the vibrate function. Okay, actually, the dog wasn't even wearing the collar, guys. Okay, actually, it's the woke leftist's fault. And that brings us to today. Hassan is having a complete unhinged meltdown. Hassan is crashing out, saying he would have gone away if he wasn't so stubborn and that the most annoying people are his 40-month subscribers.
I can't stand any of you dumb f***s in this goddamn chat. Oh my fucking god, I hate the left. I hate liberalism. I hate everything that's going on every single fucking day of the goddamn week. I hate my life. I hate fucking streaming. I hate socialism. I hate every single fucking person who thinks that the peak of activism is just being the most annoying, holier than thou, the most ultimately woke leftist. You did it. You have unlocked fucking nihilism within me, okay? I am black-pilled. Nothing will ever get better. We are never gonna make it out. We can't even have a normal fucking non-hostile goddamn conversation on any of these issues. Everybody just simply wants to fucking chirp into the wind because they have no power and they recognize their utter powerlessness in the face of unjustifiable constructs that we fucking exist under. And the best possible fucking thing you can do is just be goddamn annoying, okay? Oh God.
Oh my god, this man is so cooked, bro. His last remaining brain cell just actively combusted right there. I never thought I'd ever hear Hassan say, I hate the left, I hate socialism, I hate woke leftists. I mean, this is the exact community you have cultivated, right? This group of purity checkers where they must examine your every move, like whether you're drinking Coke on stream or something, or cancel you for drinking coffee. Except, this is the one instance in which they are actually right to purity test you because you shouldn't be mistreating your dog. That is a universal offense that everybody just hates. Also, he says, I hate my life, I hate streaming. I mean, we know, buddy, we can tell. It cannot be fun to go live 10 hours a day, just having complete unhinged meltdowns and having that as your community, the most toxic cesspool, right? I'm telling you, you just gotta take my advice at this point and quit. You're no longer wanted as this political commentator, this on-the-ground journalist, this purveyor of truth or whatever. You cannot be trusted. You're a pathological liar. Give up your dog to someone who can actually love her and take care of her and retire from streaming. The world would be a better place. You would have more fun. You would actually have more fun, actually enjoy your millions of dollars and just get away from the internet, dude. It is bad for you. It is bad for society. Right, so then he says he wants to quit, but he's too stubborn. And then he starts blaming his 40-month subscribers.
Right when the reporter is asking you about optimism, I want to just shut it off, dude. I want to shut everything off. I just want to go away. If I wasn't so goddamn stubborn, I would have a long time ago. Oh my Lord, dude. I 100% think you should someday go on sub-only mode. What do you mean? The most annoying people are literally like the 40-month subscribers. The person that caused me to fucking spiral just now is Hidejo Offliner or whatever. And that is like a routine nuisance and an offliner in this community. Okay? He is a consistent voice of nuisance. Okay? What are you talking about? The people that actually brick me, the people that actually cause me to fucking spiral out of control are always the people that have been in this fucking community for years, who never shut the fuck up. I have banned him before. It's literally just, like, I'm not even singling him out. He's just one example. But this happens all the fucking time, bro. Anyway, one of the worst aspects of like this kind of gathering online is that I think people don't behave like this in the real world. That's unironically what I was talking about. That's why I have so much hope for the future of America when I'm out in the fucking streets, right? Because I see grandparents and I see kids and I see regular ass folk that see right from wrong and they say, fuck this. What do you mean? You're just like kidnapping my neighbors. Get the fuck out of here. And they protest. And that gives me confidence. And then when I go back to the internet and I get fucking yelled at by a bunch of screenager iPad babies who are 38 years old, who think that the most like radical socialist position is to constantly chirp in a fucking Twitch streamer's chat and hyper scrutinize everything and then like refuse to understand like broader points, okay? Refuse to be open-minded. Then I'm blackpilled again. It's virtually impossible not to be blackpilled if you're online all the fucking time. Everything that we do here is so bad. Is so fucking bad.
Oh my god, I never thought this would happen. He's starting to get it. Yes, Hassan, that's what we've all been saying. Everything you do here is bad. He is so close. He is so close to actually understanding. This is the one situation that is actually getting through to Hassan. He said he just wants to shut it off and go away. Yes, please. Oh my god, you almost had it, bro. Bro was so close to actually finding lasting peace and happiness, but the devil on his shoulder just keeps yapping and won't let him, bro. Dude, this is like that episode in Vinland Saga where Thorfinn finally decides, hey, I'm not gonna kill people anymore. I'm not gonna be motivated by bad things and revenge, and I'm actually gonna be a peaceful person. This could be Hassan's peaceful arc, but it's like he's making the wrong decision. You've seen the anime, bro. Come on. Take some lessons. Also, I just love how he's blaming his 40-month subs now. Wow, yeah, dude. I wonder why your subscribers are so annoying. I just wonder why. Why would Hassan's subscribers be insufferable and annoying, guys? Any guesses? Also, I just don't understand why you can't just ban them. I mean, he said that, oh, I tried banning them. Like, if they're a 40-month subscriber, they'd have to make another account and subscribe to you again, and then you can just ban that one as well. If someone is annoying you for literal years, apparently in your offline chat, what the heck? I mean, obviously just ban them, get rid of them. But I assume he can't do that now because it's his entire community turning on him. And it's the people that were most loyal to him. This is the only situation that is broken through to Hassan's community. Because normally, if it's something involving politics, they are too politically brain rotted and they'll be like, oh, well, I have to be a radical leftist. I have to agree with every single thing he says. But this is the only situation where it's a doggo. You can't resist the doggo, of course, right? And this is exactly what we've been waiting for.
Or that's what it's all about.
People responded, most annoying people are his 40-month subscribers. True. No lie detected. It's because he can't just utterly dismiss those people as right-wingers or outsiders or whatever. Oh, he can. He can. And I'm sure he will. He'll be like, oh, you're so deranged. You've been subscribed to me for 3 years. You're definitely, an agent of Israel or something. So he hates everything is about. I mean, I guess. Yeah, basically. I mean, of course, is anybody surprised? This is a deeply, deeply miserable person who hates their life completely. And he's admitted it now. He's had a complete breakdown and finally admitted it. It's funny, he's saying what everyone's been thinking because of him. Hassan is the epitome of holier than thou, hence the inability to admit fault. He and his community have been purity spiraling for the last 3+ years. Exactly, this is what they did to Ethan. Because he disagreed with them 1%, he decided to not support literal terrorists, right? And he completely agreed with disavowing Israel and disavowing Netanyahu and all of this stuff. He completely agreed with them. He just chose not to support terrorists, and suddenly he's this horrible bad guy that needs to be canceled, right? And of course, eventually they are eating Hassan. Right, so then Asmongold responded,
I can't stand any of you dumb in this goddamn chat. Oh my fucking god, I hate the left. I hate liberalism. I hate everything that's going on every single day of the goddamn week.
The funny thing is that I say almost all of these same things.
Woke leftist.
Yeah, true.
You did it. You have unlocked the nihilism within me, okay?
Yes! The most annoying people are your own subs. Yes, you've cultivated these people.
People are literally like the 40-month subscribers.
Yes.
The person
He saw the clip.
and an offliner in this community, okay? He is a consistent voice of nuisance, okay?
This is a person that's in his offline chat that's always starting trouble, and he finally fucking snapped.
Is to constantly chirp in a Twitch streamer's chat
He's so close. This is actually the saddest shit. To inspire your audience to a step towards a brighter future, look at his face. God damn. Well, I mean, he's starting to realize. I mean, he is. He's starting to realize it.
I just love how it wasn't any of us that could actually get through to him. In the end, it had to be his own subscribers turning on him. People who have watched him for years, adoringly supporting the terrorists alongside him, right? But the dog is too far, right? I mean, I still don't get their logic or their, escalating moral boundaries, but whatever. I'll take it. I'll take what we can get here. Moving on to Hassan's interview with TMZ, and he has come up with a latest new excuse, the updated list. Hassan denied all Colorgate accusations to TMZ.
The clip itself looks terrible because it looks like where I'm like looking back to give her a place command, it looks like I'm moving around where all my Zintons are, ironically enough. And then she yelps. And she's getting back up onto the bed. In the process of getting back up onto the bed, she yelps in that moment. And every now and then, she snags her claw onto something like a dew claw, or she steps on something funny. Sometimes when I'm wrestling with her, she'll give off like a little yelp. Or sometimes when she's playing with other dogs, she'll give off a yelp. She wasn't even wearing like the vibration collar that's in contention now. Like everyone's like, this is not, he definitely shocked her. Like on that day, she just had like a regular collar. She has a bunch of different collars. There's like a phi collar. There's a vibration collar for reinforcing her training, or most importantly for walking around when I'm like out in the park or when I'm hiking or anything like that. When I take her on long walks, I like to let her roam. I like to let her run around. And if she's super far away where she can't hear me, or if her attention is elsewhere, if she's like chasing a squirrel or something, the vibration is supposed to communicate alongside with like your voice. That's what it's used for. And right now, I would say like all of my social media, like wherever I am on the internet, people are just like, you're a dog abuser. I'm going to come and I'm going to steal your dog. I'm going to kidnap your dog. That's one of the most insane. Like, I mean, yeah, here, just now, like 6 minutes ago, are you the dog abuser guy? Right? Like, it's always, that's basically what's going on. And it's understandable, but there are definitely people who are like actively pushing this to drive home some kind of narrative. And that has been a little weird to deal with. Like people who like sincerely are going like, you are a dog abuser and you must.
Okay, first, I've said it a million times before if you've watched the series, and I'll say it again. Any sort of violence or threats are completely disavowed, okay? The worst I want for Hassan is for him to be banned on Twitch for violating TOS and potentially arrested if found guilty under the law. Both of those things I would want for any other person. Hassan is not special, okay, in this regard. It just so happens that he has multiple infractions and seems to be completely protected, right? Twitch will not take action on him. Second off, he's obviously playing victim here again. Buddy, if you're gonna do horrible shit on the internet and say a bunch of unhinged shit like supporting terrorists and apparently zapping your dog on stream, of course people are going to be mean to you on the internet. That is literally what happens all the time in any controversy. And also, it's hilarious coming from him. Have you seen what your own fans do to other people? Literally last video, they were threatening to grape and unalive a girl who simply criticized you. She was a subscriber of your channel and they were still threatening her with all of this stuff. And also, you yourself threaten to neck people, K. Rick Scott, murder those capitalist motherflippers. Like, you are the ones sending these threats out, and then when it comes back on you, you cry and you play victim and you say people are becoming so unhinged about it. Like, dude, you have brought this upon yourself. This is exactly the energy you spread. Right, so he got completely exposed, and now his new excuse is she just yelps all the time, guys. My dog just cries all the time. The whiny baby, the spoiled dog. Oh, if she's playing with other dogs, she yelps. Oh, if she's playing with me, she yelps. She gets her claw stuck, she yelps. Buddy, first off, it is not normal for your dog to yelp that much, so many times or whatever consistently. That is probably from some underlying issue, or she's probably in pain, or you're lying. That's a possibility, and considering your track record, you're probably lying, right? And she probably only yelps when she actually feels genuine pain, like you freaking zapping her. And still, he refuses to give additional information to confirm the story, like the model, the receipt for when he purchased the model, when he did it, exactly why he decided to show the color even though that wasn't the color, like a bunch of things that can be cleared up, but of course he refuses to because he knows he's guilty. You're watching a serial liar in real time code switch for a different audience who isn't as clued into the situation in hopes that they'll never look too deep into it. We need Asmongold Tectone to give the actual story, or me, of course. By the way, if any of you encounter like a Hassan fan or somebody who's like, oh, you know, defending Hassan, or, you know, they're not sure what the story is, direct them to my videos. I mean, if you sit through the entirety of my videos, there is no way, there is zero chance you come out at the end of it and you're still a Hassan fan. You believe that he's actually still telling the truth, because I actually provide facts and evidence with every single one of the accusations. He's changed the story like 5 times. Just get a bookcase or something instead of torturing the dog. Hassan is lying again. I'm shocked. Nope, you're not shocked. Only the dog is shocked. Right, Asmon responded.
On that day, she just had like a regular collar.
Then why did it have a beeping light? There was a light on. What kind of a regular car has a light on it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a dog wizard, right? But like, damn, that doesn't seem right. Yeah. Was there even a dog? Because I don't remember the dog. I don't think there was a dog.
I mean, yeah, here, just now.
Okay.
Like 6 minutes ago. Are you the dog abuser guy? Right?
Listen, bro, like, I think Hassan has mod in my chat. If somebody goes and threatens you, you got every right to ban them. Like, you want to ban them in my chat, you probably should report them to Dan or somebody, get them banned. Like, ain't nobody is supporting any sort of calls to violence. Nobody wants violence. Anybody making any sort of implication of even a 1% of that, you're not getting banned. We're gonna report your ass. You're cooked. You're done. We don't need that.
People who like sincerely are going like, you are a dog abuser and you must die.
I mean, it's because you changed the story and you had your friends talking about it that had different stories that lined up. I mean, you got to know that. I mean, like, and I'm not even saying that he told people that. I mean, I kind of feel bad because, like, you know, he does this shit with people all the time. He misunderstands shit with people all the time. And so I don't really feel that bad. But, like, you know, on an empathetic level, I can get the exasperation he has for sure. I get it. I understand. I get it. But, you know, it's just, that's just what happens, man. Like, you do this all the time. The eternal victim. Yeah, exactly, right? It seems like if you change your story that many times, like, I mean, really, it seems like you probably did, right?
Listen, in my opinion, there is zero reason to lie so many times if you actually didn't shock your dog, right? He's obviously trying to hide something. As we've seen from all of the clips, he's trying to hide the remote. He's very embarrassed of having this collar or this remote on stream because he knows it's wrong. It is blatantly obvious at this point. We have established a pattern of behavior. We've established the lies. At this point, he's more likely than not guilty. Gaslighting doesn't work when your entire life is recorded in 4K. The fact that he thought he could get away with this is mind-boggling. This guy's so obviously lying to everyone, but also himself. He may even actually believe what he's saying. Yeah, this is what I'm sort of afraid of. The fact that he's lied so much, so many times, that he might have brainwashed himself to the point where he believes these lies, right? Because you can actually do that. That is a thing. For the record, Asmon never shocks his roaches. Asmon's roaches get treated better than Hassan's dog. That's diabolical. Bro's trying to gaslight the whole internet. That's the thing. He usually picks on one target, like Ethan. You're hallucinating anti-Semitism. Oh my God. You know, he tries to gaslight one person, but then when he tries to do it with the entire internet, it is not gonna work. Nah, dog. I'm shocked. They keep getting more creative with this. He'd rather neck his dog than admit he's wrong. I mean, I don't know, man. This is what I'm actually scared of. The fact that the internet is pressuring him so much that he takes out his frustration on the dog. That is like the worst case scenario. Dude's going through withdrawals, not being able to push the button. I imagine he's like spazzing under the table, like he's having like a muscle spasm. His leg is like twitching or something. Moving on to Hassan trying to appeal to women. He's trying to use the simp strategy again. Hassan says he would get the same amount of hate if he were a woman and won't be isolated from Twitch aristocracy. So somebody commented, if you were a 100-pound woman, would you be getting this treatment? And it's regarding the dog situation.
Yeah. I think so. Because who do people hate on the internet the most? Women. Like, women are the number one op. My ops already hate women automatically. Women are the only group of people that get it as hard as I do, if not worse. So yeah. All of the people that hate me also automatically hate women in general, which is why they moved on from like, well, they haven't really moved on from targeting me, but they've like very aggressively spread their hatred and animosity to all of my female friends, and they're going after them super aggressively, super hard. Is really fucked up. Women get like the automatic misogyny train. Like there are plenty of people like. In order to hate on someone like myself, you need to learn exactly why you must hate me. Some people will say, oh, I hate him because he's Muslim. Oh, I hate him because he's, anti-Israel, and therefore I think he's anti-Semitic. Oh, I hate him because he's a socialist but rich. But for women, there are a ton of people who just go, ooh, that's a woman. I hate that. The goal is to isolate you from the rest of the Twitch community, and it's quite likely going to work. The more we discuss this, the worse it can get. No, I don't think it's going to work. It's just because the people that are trying to do that have already been isolated from the sphere in general, and it did hit the normie sphere, but it has not fucking worked, bro. It's just never. This is a thing that people have been trying to do for the past fucking 7 years, dude. What are you kidding me?
Oh my god, this guy is so fucking pathetic. Who is actually buying this other than Taylor Lorenz, your number one simp, dude? He actually thinks women are gonna look at this and go, oh my god, Hassan cares so much about me. He's so empathetic. He must have not zapped his dog. Brother, you are so fake. And I can assure you there are plenty of women that hate you too. Okay, that's a guarantee. Comment below to prove Hassan wrong. Also, I find it rich coming from this guy. Mr. Grapes never happened. Mr. It's okay for rich women to get SA'd. Mr. Send me nudes on Snapchat that I can't even verify the age of, that I will show to my friends accidentally and start laughing with. Mr. Diddy Party Enjoyer. Mr. Bro Tips. Andrew Tate knockoff is acting like he cares about women, bro. Give me a break. Give me a break, bro. Nobody is falling for this shit. But what about the women that hate him? In his mind, those are not women. They don't qualify as human beings, right? If you disagree with him, you're a lesser being, obviously. Moving on to Ethan going scorched earth. He has exposed Hassan's relationship. Apparently, he is actually dating Valkyrie. LSF removed this viral clip of Ethan Klein going rogue and exposing Hassan's relationship.
That keeps his girlfriend a secret.
Right.
You know why, right? And I know this. I'll just spill the beans. I don't care at all about him. That's his decision. I said, why do you keep your relationship with Valkyrie a secret? Who cares? Just you guys are dating, be together.
Because let me guess.
And it was his decision. Because he says he doesn't want people harassing her. It's like, I'm like, she's already
Bullshit.
like a huge
I can guess why.
internet personality.
He likes everybody dreaming of being with him.
That's obviously why, and that's why women do it too.
Oh my god. So Hassan basically hides his relationship like he's an OnlyFans Twitch girl so that pathetic simp women in their 40s like Taylor Lorenz can pretend they might have a chance with him. I mean, I don't know, Hassan. Taylor might turn on you after hearing this information. You're walking on dicey territory. Okay, so if what Ethan says is actually true, this makes the whole Valkyrie situation much worse, right? Because that would be why she was actually defending him, because they're sleeping together or something, right? Also, when she said, oh, I don't know what's going on, I don't follow this stuff, I'm not into all of this stuff, that would be a bold-faced lie. Because if you're dating Hassan, you obviously know a lot about him. There is zero chance. In fact, there's tons of clips of them spending a ton of time together on stream, you know, very close, eating food, touching up on each other, you know, dating type of stuff or whatever. That's why the rumors were even floating around in the first place. And I feel like there is zero chance a girlfriend would not know what their boyfriend is doing 10 hours a day, every day, right? And I assume that's why she apologized for DMing Asmon or whatever, because Hassan probably fucking crashed out at her for daring to converse with the dark side or whatever. And let's just entertain the opposite scenario. Suppose she actually has no idea what Hassan does. She just happens to date this guy, but she has no idea what he's doing 10 hours a day, every single day. She has no idea that he openly supports terrorists on stream, that he has calls to violence to actually murder other people, right? That he disagrees with politically. Suppose she's just unaware of all of that, right? That would be grossly incompetent, right? As a grown person in your 30s in a relationship, you should know what your partner is doing, especially when you're right there. You're like, there's no excuse for this. Obviously, she's playing dumb. She's playing dumb because she doesn't want to get involved in the whole situation. She has this whole innocent persona on the internet. But if you're dating Hassan, you're not very innocent. I'm sorry, you're not innocent, okay? Like, we can assume a lot of things about you just by the partner you chose. Keeping your girl in the closet so you can maintain an image of attainability for your called is next level sociopath. It's all about power over Valkyrie, power over his cult, who wants his micro PP, and power via electrocution to Kai just for fun. Disgusting. 30,000 gay men watching him just fell to their knees, which makes her. I reached out to Asmongold about how I should respond. All bollocks, these people are freaking demented. It's a soap opera. Ethan's wife is correct. It's better for business if Hassan is viewed as single to these parasocial psycho fan Twitch viewers. There's a lot to dislike about Hassan, but keeping the relationship is valid. She has nothing to do with this political content. This is the dumbest argument I've ever heard. If you are dating someone, right, whose entire life is about politics, right, you can't just say, I don't support him, right? I just don't support or agree with anything he does. You, by proxy, do support him, right? By being in a relationship with him, you are endorsing a lot of what he does, right? This isn't guilty by association. You are literally a couple, if this is true or whatever, right? So I just don't get this logic, right? So then Ethan calls out all his ops, calls out Hassan in his orbit for their lies and covering up Colorgate, points out that these people have been going after him and Hila for years.
Something on the back of the collar that we photoshopped in to look like a piece of tape.
Don't just believe an out of context clip, because that's what a lot of you guys are doing. It's like you just see a clip.
It was confirmed that it was a fucking vibration collar.
He literally debunked it. He showed the fucking collar on stream.
To be like, no, look, he put tape over it.
I can't help but notice that it's the exact same people who have spent the last 2 years calling me and my wife baby killers. I hope for some people, seeing how shamelessly they lie right now to protect Hassan, lying about what we know we saw with our own eyes, like it's irrefutable that he used a shock collar, that if they can lie about something so stupid and it's so transparent, I hope that to some people, you can understand that they would be lying about me and Hila for the last 2 years. They're capable of it, and they would do it, and they have done it. So, I don't know. If you've been someone that has listened to one of these people talk about how big of a Zionist me or my wife is, I would urge you to maybe just take a second look.
It's just so funny how it's the exact same people. It's almost like liars are lying about everything here. If you can get away with one lie, you can just keep doing it over and over and over again. And that's why none of these people can ever be trusted regarding any story ever again. You cannot trust these people to report the news, do journalism or whatever, Taylor Lorenz's journalism, or tell you the actual facts of the situation, because they look at it and they respond in a variety of ways, such as closing it, like Sasha, who just fucking closes it the second she hears something that goes against her, worldview. Or there's Taylor Lorenz, who just lie about all the facts blatantly, knowing the truth as well. They just deny reality and run cover for disgusting freaks like Hassan. Moving on to Twitch covering for Hassan. Twitch timed out a Twitch partner on their Prime Video channel for sending free Kaya in chat. Interesting. Why would you need to ban free Kaya in a chat on your Prime Video channel? Twitch is so full of Hassan Glazers, it's pathetic, bro. Fucking Dan Goning Lord Clancy, dude. Hassan has betrayed you. Okay, this is the only way I can get through to him. He's dating Valkyrie, all right? Apparently, it's time to turn on him, Dan. What? You're gonna keep jacking it? What? You're gonna buy a new Goning rag? Okay, Dan. All right, man. You do you, I guess. Oh my god. For the love of God, bro, Twitch needs to be shut down. What an absolute nuclear reactor of a platform just waiting to explode. Twitch is complacent with animal mistreatment, undeniable at this point. I mean, is this really the thing we're gonna talk about? They were complacent with terrorist support, guys. I mean, come on. You were being such a baby. It's just Hassan. Cooking his dog again. Moving on to the phase guys, testing out shock collars. And they are shocked at how much it hurts, even at the low settings.
Tries to no.
Now let's do. Wait.
What do you want? What do you want?
Put it up. Do one. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You just pissed on my fucking floor.
Oh! Whoa!
And then he shocked him. And then he.
I swear I hate 10. Yo, I'm gonna cry a little bit.
You ready?
Oh! And I'm not gonna lie, that's not even double. That's not even double shot.
Holy shit, you're gonna try to see some. Some people like this.
Oh my god!
If you tweet that 5,
damn.
I'm gonna lay on the ground and go. Wait,
that actually did hurt.
So what's the highest level? 99. There's zero chance.
99?
From what I heard was they do 20. But why does it even?
Some guy in chat, Hassan does 99.
Not gonna lie, Hassan probably goes plus ultra with that shit. He probably goes Super Saiyan, turns that shit up to over 9,000. But honestly, like, this guy was tweaking at apparently the 5 setting, and it goes up to 99? That is diabolical, bro. Why do they even sell that? Surely that's gonna, like, burn the animal or whatever the heck. Oh my god. Anyways, moving on to Hassan's second dog, Ludwig. He's now confused why people are bringing him up in the drama, saying that he's not actually close friends with Hassan.
Yeah, I don't know how exactly, but I have somehow been deeply attached to the Hassan dog collar situation. To the point where Michael Reeves and I were hanging out yesterday. We went to a haunted house, and he was telling me he has a Patreon, if you don't know. A Patreon member unsubscribed from him because they said, I cannot in good conscience say subscribe to you when you are so close to Ludwig, who is so close to Hassan. And so I have to unsubscribe. So I paid for dinner for Michael yesterday because of that. But how many degrees of separation are you going? You're pretty deep at that point. I wouldn't even call that guilty by association. You are so far. Michael? I think what I suffer from is the teacher phenomenon. I've long held a huge distinction between my actual friends and then my streamer friends. I have very, very few friends who are streamers in reality. Mostly because Slime makes fun of me anytime I hang out with the streamer. So, you know, that might have been part of my guilty conscience all these years. Anytime I hang out with the streamer, I think of Slime being mad at me for not hanging out with him. But much like a teacher, all right, what I do offline is irrelevant. My whole life, I think through people's lenses, I'm best friends with, I'm assuming that's what people think, Sea-Dog VA and Squeaks. And then my like next follow-up is like Hassan and Valkyrie and Fusli. and that's probably the 5 people I hang out with the most. At least people do know that I hate Lily Pichu and think she's a bitch.
Okay, first off, of course, nobody should be harassing Michael Reeves or whatever. I don't know what's up with that. Obviously, some people are just going to take it too far and go after random, unrelated people. But you got to keep him away from Hassan because he probably has some cool shock gadgets in his arsenal. He's going to lend them to Hassan, obviously. Second off, Ludwig acting like people don't know why he's being called out. Buddy, you quit your entire channel because of Hassan, all right? You got the collar wrapped around your privates. Obviously, people are mad because normally you'd call out somebody who did something obviously wrong, but when it comes to Hassan, you're very quiet, right? And now he sort of has the excuse of like, oh, I quit drama completely, but we all know why you did that in the first place, right? Third thing, I don't really care how close they actually are. I just know his girlfriend, QT, goes to his house on a regular basis. this. He usually has a podcast with him, promotes him, helps him earn money. Apparently Ludwig plays fucking basketball with him offline or something. You clearly still like the guy. You still associate with him. I don't really care if they're best friends or not. I just think he's a bit spineless. Okay, he's King Jellyfish, and I would appreciate him, you know, speaking out against Hassan, but okay, he wants to keep his old clique and his community. Yeah, this is never gonna change, all right? It just seems like he's very content with what he's doing right now. Is that him trying to say he's not that close friends with Hassan, but he's actually very scared to say that? Yup. Pretty much. Basically saying that, oh, people think I'm very good friends with Hassan, but actually I'm not that very good friends with Hassan, but I'm not gonna explicitly say it because I'm still afraid of Hassan. Seems like it's a streamer friend, not a real friend, but it's meaningless as long as people can't say it openly. That's the thing. People don't know your private life, so they're gonna assume based on the online interactions, right? And from what everybody sees, it really seems like, you know, you're like some level of friends or whatever, right? And I remember even when he like banned him from streamer games or something, he never said like, I did this because I hate Hassan or something. He's like, AT&T didn't want him there. The sponsor didn't want him there. As if to imply, hey, I actually wanted him there, but because of the sponsor, I couldn't have him there, right? So shit like that. Hassan got the shot color around his balls. So spineless. Is exactly the topic you should be making a mogul male video. Be sweet for Hassan because his girlfriend thinks he's hot. Okay, that's crazy. But also why she's visiting his house. That's diabolical. Fatality. Moving on to the streamer with the worst takes every single time. The guy who was making fun of dead kids and now he's defending Hassan. NMP lol. Comments on Colorgate.
At least speaking from my personal experience, because I've met Kaya, you know, and Hassan's a good friend of mine. I can tell you that dog is loved. Like, oh yeah. You know, regardless of what happened or didn't happen, I have no idea if it happened or not. But dogs that aren't loved don't act the way Kaya acts. Dogs that are mistreated and you know, that have abuse, they're not like well trained. Like, you know, they act out. You know, like the dogs that are like, you know, chained in the yard all the time are the ones that be like, you know, biting people as they run by. But Kaya, on the other hand, like, you know, that, like, I remember I was sitting at Hassan's house a couple years ago, and, you know, this big old fluff ball just comes running down the stairs, you know, jumps on top of me, starts licking my face as if we were best friends forever, you know. So the dog is definitely, at least from what I've seen, is definitely well loved.
Save me, Nick.
You know,
save me.
maybe that's what it was.
Can I ask a question just as like I'll be devil's advocate or not devil's advocate? I'll be the kind of outsider asking. Mm-hmm. How does Kaya actually have to sit on that bed? Does she sit on that bed for hours during the streams? Like, is it?
I have no idea, because to be fair, I've been there and I was on a stream before for 8 hours, and I don't think Kaya was in there.
This guy's got to be stupid on purpose. Like, this has to be rage baiting or something, dude. What the fuck? I visited her a couple times. She's fine, guys. Just imagine this was a human they were talking about, dude. It would be so insane to even suggest. Nobody cares what your experience is, you absolute moron. We used our eyeballs and we saw it, and we saw the cover up. You're not going to change anybody's mind, you absolute moron. NMP comments on a woman being abused by her husband. I can tell you that woman is loved. I have no idea it did happen or not. Women who aren't loved don't act the way she does. They act out. Jesus Christ, it's actually unbelievable how morally broken and regarded these pieces of shit are. What he's saying isn't even true. Dog doesn't necessarily act out if it's being abused. It's a brain-dead midwit pseudoscience. Why are they so freaking terrified of Hassan? Well, this guy in particular, I don't think he's scared of Hassan. He's just a moron. He's just like an actual idiot. So yeah, some people are actually just stupid and some people are actually scared. Now click this video, and while you're at it, go watch the other 140 episodes. It is cinema guaranteed. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.